Whew, well, I guess obviously this is a recipe or a formula or whatever you want to call it that we've utilized the last couple of weeks. And so more than anything, I am just proud of our football team because I just think it speaks volumes about their heart, about the character of this team, about the fight, about the toughness, the resilience, you name it, to come back out in the second half for our defense to pitch a shutout and for offensively to come back to just grind. It wasn't perfect, but just grind and figure out a way, to put some points on the board there at the end. My hat is off to our players. They deserve the credit for the fight, for the attitude, the positive can-do attitude, and just finding a way to win. And that's the most important thing. And just awesome team effort.
Pretty ugly victory today. So yourself, what do you guys take away from a win like this?
But it's a win, I think, most importantly. And I respect 100% what you're saying about, but there is no such thing as an ugly win. Obviously, we work hard every week to try to execute at a high level in all three phases. Unfortunately, it doesn't always go that way. But I think what needs to be emphasized and talked about more than anything else is just the character of our football team, the leadership of our football team, the fight of our football team, because those are huge wins when you can figure out a way to come from behind when you're down and figure out a way to get a win. That speaks a lot to just the character of your football team.
What was the discussion like in the locker room after that first half? How did you rally the troops
Well,
to get that back?
it's we've been in that situation the last 3 weeks. So all you really try to do is just make sure, man, guys, we've been here before. We know what it takes to be able to come back here and get it done. And that's really what's the most impressive thing to me is that, guys, that you can see the positivity. There's a good look in everybody's eye at halftime. And they know, man, hey, we're in this situation. We're the ones that got to get out of this situation, and credit our players for getting that done.
Great defensive shutout in the second half. What did you guys do to adjust it?
Well, they had some explosive plays in the first half that are very uncharacteristic of our defense overall. In the run game, had a few big runs. In the pass game, had a few pass plays there. There were really explosive plays that were uncontested in the first half. That's very uncharacteristic of our defense, and for our guys just to dial it back in at halftime, to communicate with the players. I'm talking about Coach Stockton and the defensive staff doing a great job of just talking to the guys, get them settled in, make sure you trust what we're asking you to do, get your eyes in the right spot, and make sure you play the defense that's called. And that's really what our guys did there in the second half. And again, credit our guys because we got stronger as the game wore on. In the third quarter, fourth quarter, you could see us getting stronger up front on the defensive line. I think that's really important. It speaks to the conditioning. It speaks to the effort of our football team for 60 minutes.
In 3 plays, Carson Steele converted a first down, hurdled a defender, and punched in a touchdown. What do you have to say about a player like that?
We work on those hurdles a lot. Every day of practice, we work on hurdles. It's for a 230-pound man to jump a defender effortlessly like that, to stay on his feet and almost finish the deal. Again, Carson Steele just gets stronger as the game goes on. To see him finish for 32 carries, 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5.6 average. That's awesome. It's awesome. And he's such a humble, hardworking guy that you love everything that he stands for. Quick to always give credit to the offensive line because that's just who he is. He's just a humble young man, and he's special. Very fortunate to be able to watch him go do his thing for Ball State. Number 33 is a lot of fun to watch. And he just keeps getting better every single day. And that's what you try to preach to your players. Just get better. And he does.
And what's the message going into Postgame?
It's back to conference. It's great to finish our non-conference schedule 2-2. It's awesome, but we'll enjoy this thing tonight. We're on to the next one tomorrow. We've got Eastern Michigan coming in here. I don't know what the result of their game was today, but they're coming in here. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a MAC game. They're going to be hungry. We're going to be hungry. And, we got to get back to work. Got to get back to work tomorrow, get healed up the bumps and bruises. I think for the most part, we came out of the game fairly clean. Hopefully nothing significant. So it's on to, the process full speed ahead starting tomorrow.
Just one more thing. Speaking of a couple bumps and bruises, Is there any update on Johannes Fire? You left in the third quarter.
Yeah, was unable to return, but I hopeful that it's nothing long-term. It was, something that obviously was tough to be able to return today, but I think, with a little bit of rest and being able to treat him here for the next 3 or 4 days, that we're hopeful and anticipate being able to get him back. So hopefully it doesn't look like anything long-term, and but we'll just see what the update says tomorrow morning when we get back after it.
Was it a play in particular or just open?
I think it was the one where, he ended up, it was kind of an over drag that he, went up to go get, and he kind of got hit there and then came to the ground. He tried to get up, but was unable to. And then the training staff came out, tended to him, took him off the field. And then, after that, he really wasn't able to return. I just think it's a chest contusion there, from my understanding, but, we need to make sure and get some more information on that.
I do have one question about the fumble that Tavion Woodard caused. I thought that was a big moment in your guys' win. How big are those moments for your team?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the fumble was huge. The fumble recovery was huge there, but was it an interception again on the third play of the second half? If it wasn't the third play, it was the fourth play, a similar recipe to last week when really well, two weeks ago, I should say, when we were back here at home, had that turnover on the third play of the second half. So really when that happened, I think you could just see the mojo on the sideline. You could see the momentum shift on the sideline there. And then, to add the fumble recovery there by AJ, that was awesome. Did we have another one in addition to that? I think it was just awesome. Our guys do a great job of just capitalizing when the opportunity presents itself. And those were two huge turnovers.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Is it true you guys practice hurdling?
What's that?
Practice hurdling?
Man, I wish. No, I in high school I couldn't do it, so I know I had to make it up now. So no, but just going out there, being able to do that, it's pretty cool. Sweet, but you kind of see the play lined up, stuff like that. So
How do you get to the decision like I'm gonna jump this year?
I've kind of watched film where it's like, man, they're gonna ankle bite me, for sure if I make it to the secondary. And you watch the NFL, you see some of these dudes jumping over people. It's like, man, why not try it? So I tried it last year, got a little feel to it, and then started to roll with it.
Yeah, two wide receivers go down throughout the game, especially in that second half. At one point, you just kind of take into the mindset like I gotta punch it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you were saying, Jay Sean and Yo, it's our two big dudes, and it really opens up the run game as well, for them to catch balls and then, be able to run a play. So just being able to, let the coaches take it in their hands, let John, work the passing field, without his two guys, and then being able to run it as well, really helped us out and to be able to get down there and, finish the job.
Third consecutive come from behind victory for your team. Are you guys comfortable being down at this point?
Personally, for me, it's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, but just like I said in action, those MAC games, but playing UConn, they're a great team as well. You got to be able to, take a little bit of defeat, but also, kind of, see what you can do with defeat and try to take it from there. So coming back, we were down, and like we were saying, we've been down in a couple of games as well. Just being able to, create those drives, having our defense step up and, kick butt, and that really helped us to get this win today.
A little inconsistent on offense in that first half. What were you seeing that contributed to that?
And just little mistakes we were having. UConn's defense, it was really fitting up our run game as well. And, we fixed some things up front, fixed a couple plays we were running, that really kind of led us to get some momentum from there.
Like you talk about how important your defensive unit was today. I know you guys are going out there every single offensive run, maybe 3 and out, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, but every single time that defense going back out there, what do you have to say for them?
It was definitely challenging for us. It's kind of hard on them just, having a great drive and, getting them a 3 and out, or, getting them to punt UConn, and then, us having a 3 and out really hurt them, to being able to play to their fullest, but they took advantage of it and really stepped up and helped us out to be able to get in position to be able to go down and score those last couple of touchdowns.
One more after that hurdle, did you just say I need the ball?
Man, I should have scored on the hurdle. I'm not gonna lie, he came from behind, but yeah, we were just playing fast tempo, and I knew kind of what was coming, but I did a little bit. So I was excited that they were gonna give it to me again. So.
Yeah, obviously, you guys are on a decent winning streak, today, like you said, you're behind, you guys came back. How, like, connected do you feel to this team and just, how do you guys feel about where you're at right now?
It's like Coach New said, it's kind of like a family thing, we come close, we come together, just more than football. We're always there to help each other. So, if we're getting down or getting beat up on, we rally ourselves and don't let it mentally get to our heads, that we're losing and don't have defeat on our face. That really helps us to start drives up and really come back and win games.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, Carson.
Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Obviously a pretty tough start to that game. What was going on, or what were you seeing from that UConn offense that kind of led to them putting up that many points?
It was a tough start from the game, but it was like we started off slow. We knew we had to pick up the pace of the game. So it was like we had to come together as a unit. And, they had us in the first half. It was a lot of times they were just getting on us on the outside zones, and we wasn't wrapping up and tackling and finish our tackles. So them were the big keys. We came in at halftime and talked about we got to do better in, and that's where we started and started off at halftime. It was like a fresh game at halftime. It was like, we got to pick it up and go. So
Coming out of that second half, Cole Pierce gets that interception on the fourth play of the second half. You just kind of did you guys look around and just understand that this was what the second half was going to be like?
yeah, Cole, shout out to Cole. Cole definitely got and made that play. He shifted the momentum for us. After that pick, we knew right there that the game was changed, and it was on us to, keep going and thrive and pick up that, energy and, change that game. And now it come in the game. So.
Pitching a shutout in the second half after each defensive stop, does it just get more and more comfortable for you guys?
Yeah, it gets more comfortable, but at the same time, we're not satisfied with that. We got to do more at the end, because that's just a little bit of, what we're doing. We don't want no points on the board. So them having points on the board was kind of let down, but at the same time, them defensive stops, in the second half, that was big, and that really created a big momentum for us to go out there.
What was the mentality like in the locker room at halftime?
Everybody had juice at halftime. Oh, sorry. The juice picked up. Everybody had a lot of energy from the offensive side to the defensive side. You hear everybody, let's go. We got to pick it up. Let's go. We got to bring more. Got to put more effort. One play at a time. So it was just a lot of energy getting picked up at halftime. We knew what we had to do. We've been in this situation before, so it's not the first time. So we knew we had to go out there the second half, taking one play at a time and just attack every play.
Yeah, kind of like you said, with like the fumble, of course, that was caused in the fourth quarter, the interception, Carson Steele going off in the fourth quarter touchdown. How big do those plays, like as a coach, we heard what coach said, but how big do those plays motivate you as a player?
So those plays matter. It makes me excited. Because I see the team getting juiced up, everybody getting juiced up. So it gives me a little pump. It gives me a little energy, energize me, make me want to go harder. So those plays, Carson, the defensive stops, Cole with the pick, John with the sack, those plays that matter the most in the second half. So seeing those plays come, really gave me a little momentum shift as a person. So
awesome, thank you.
Thanks, Tavion.
Third straight come from behind victory for Ball State. What's the mentality like right now in that locker room?
We got to start out fast. I mean, we really been starting out real slow. You see, they put 25 points in our head the first quarter. Can't allow that ever. We got to shout out the second quarter, which was good, but we can't allow all them points the first quarter. We got to come out hot, start fast like we did the second half.
Is it kind of becoming a mentality of this team that there isn't really anything that's going to stop you guys from getting the win?
Oh, yeah. One at a time always. We take one play after one play. We don't matter how many points on that board. We're never going to quit.
Cole Pierce starting off the second half with that interception. What does that do for the momentum of your team?
Oh, it juiced us up really well. We knew that coming out, we was going to have to set the tone like we always do because, defense wins championships. And 40 catching that pick really just changed the outcome of the game for us. I mean, it didn't change our mindset because we was coming out there second half to win regardless. So that just kept us juiced.
Couple of up and down calls tonight,
Mhm.
went up to review, got overturned, didn't get overturned. What does that do to your guys' mindset? If you're putting in a defensive half like that and you get flags that may or may not be accurate?
I mean, we can't really control what the refs do. We just got to play our side of football. So Coach New tells us, no, don't talk to the ref, whatever they call, play through it, go with the call. So honestly, we play our own football. We don't worry about what the refs do.
And John Paddock running out there for that victory kneel. What's your mindset? in that moment?
Oh, we were so happy, man. Defense pitched a shutout the second half. We should have pitched out the shutout the first half, but man, it was just so happy. We came out there and got stop after stop after stop. Fumble recovery, it just changed the whole aspect of the game, man. Carson coming out second half going crazy, fourth quarter going crazy, man. It was just an amazing feeling, man.
Yeah, obviously, the team's having a good place now for one day, won a few in a row, got a win streak. How far do you think you guys can take this team?
Oh, I feel like we're a championship team. I mean, I came into the season thinking we're a championship team. The games at the beginning of the season were the games at the beginning of the season. We're not worried about them. It's one at a time. Right now, we're 0-0 again, ready for next week.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks, Ron.